World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. The United Nations World Food Program or WFP says it is temporarily suspending all the movements of its personnel in the Gaza Strip until further notice after one of its vehicles came under fire while returning from a humanitarian mission. In a statement, the UN Food Program says one of its teams aboard 2 armored vehicles was approaching an Israeli Defense Forces checkpoint following an escorting mission when it was directly struck by gunfire. Despite the visible markings of the agency and multiple clearances to approach the checkpoint, it says one of the vehicles sustained at least 10 bullet shots. None of its staff were harmed during the incident. WFP Executive Director Cindy McCain condemns the incident as totally unacceptable, stressing such occurrence shows the current deconfliction system is failing and cannot go on any longer. She also calls on all the parties to the conflict to act immediately to ensure the safety and security of all aid workers in Gaza. The Israeli military in a statement says it is reviewing the incident, assuring they are committed to improving coordination and security with humanitarian organizations to ensure the effective delivery of aid within the Gaza Strip. Since the Gaza war broke out in October 2023, there have been multiple reports of humanitarian organization members implicated in such incidents, including an Israeli airstrike in April that killed 7 World Central Kitchen staff. This is despite the repeated calls of the United Nations, aid groups, and international community for security and safe passage of humanitarian assistance in the war-torn Palestinian enclave. In other news, the Swiss government is planning to amend legislation that bans the construction of new nuclear power plants in the country. Speaking at a press conference, Switzerland's Energy Minister Albert Ruesti stresses the need for a more secure energy supply in a geopolitically uncertain time, raising that to achieve such target, the country must reconsider the use of nuclear power plants. For the plan to move forward, he says the government would submit a proposal to amend the nuclear legislation by the end of 2024 and be subjected the topic to debate in Parliament next year. Ruesti also argues that failure to retain such an option in securing the country's energy supply could be seen as a betrayal to future generations. The minister raised the issue as the government wants to strengthen the country's energy supply while adapting to the geopolitical tensions in Europe. Bern decided to gradually phase out the use of nuclear energy after the 2011 Fukushima incident in Japan. The move was strengthened in a 2017 referendum when the Swiss voters approved a government plan that included a ban on constructing new nuclear power plants in the country. Switzerland currently maintains at least 3 nuclear stations, with the furtherance of such commissioning causing controversy in the country. For Philippine Embassy and Consular News, the Philippine Embassy in the Czech Republic, particularly its Consular Section Labor or Migrant Workers Office in Prague, reiterates its call to Filipinos to be vigilant against illegal recruiters offering jobs in Europe. This as the embassy continuously receiving reports of illegal recruiters victimizing overseas Filipino workers or OFWs already employed in the Middle East by promising them of new jobs in European countries. According to the embassy, the applicants were asked to pay exorbitant fees for visa facilitation and work permits amounting to as much as $10,000. Most of the transactions, it said, were done through bank or wire transfer. With this, the embassy encourages Filipinos not to deal with such offers, especially on social media platforms, and to always double-check the legitimacy of a recruitment agency by visiting the Department of Migrant Workers or DMW website. Citing a regular regulation set by the DMW, it reminded that all fees charged by licensed recruitment agencies to applicants must be paid at the agency's registered office and must be accompanied by official receipts. It also urges the public to report any suspicious recruitment activities to the Anti-Illegal Recruitment and Trafficking in Person Programs, Monitoring, Coordination, and Technical Support Division of the DMW via email at airtipinfo@dmw.gov.ph. And as for today's edition of World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Peñano. Good day.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.